Okay, so we're doing another homegrown special today.
Yay, homegrown.
This one was done by another young artist at the shop. Again, not a wizard and not a renowned master that people will travel the world over to see. I get so often people who are like, oh, I'm going to come fly to your city to get work done by your guys. And it's like, literally almost anyone who can saturate can do this stuff. So don't do that. Don't waste your time and money doing that.
No, it's true. I mean, there should be a black work person in any city.
Doesn't even matter if they're a black work person. The girl who did this is a black and gray realism artist.
True.
And she's only been tattooing for like 2 years, a year in the shop and a year in our house.
I think the key there is that the artist who did this listened to instruction really well.
Yeah, she did. She just did what she was told, and that's that.
And she's a really good technician.
She is. She's a decent technician.
Yeah.
She's not as sure of herself as Terry is even, but like she basically just did as she was asked, and that was that.
She followed direction well.
Yeah.
So this is the before, right?
Yeah, so this woman comes in for a consult, tells us she's having a hard time getting this thing covered up. No one wants to touch it. It's basically a tribal banana. I don't blame them for wanting to touch it. The placement couldn't be worse.
It's pretty awful.
But like, I look at these things in a different light. See, I handle all of these. So I get so many cover-ups in this city.
Yeah.
So many. We get so many. Almost nothing that we work on isn't a cover-up on some level, it feels like. But like, we've become pretty good at handling cover-ups here. And Rick does, I think everything he's working on is a cover-up on some level. So
the cover-up gurus.
Yeah, so like, I looked at this in a bit of a different light than every other shop in this city did. I was like, oh yeah, it's an easy cover-up.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't have looked at it and thought, ooh, easy cover-up. But
I did.
When you see the after, it's like, whoa, man, why didn't anybody else think of that?
We basically put this thing, like, we were all in the back. Alicia puts it up on her Procreate and literally is just doodling over it. And I'm like, this is how you're going to do the tattoo, too. Because, like, you basically treat it like it doesn't exist.
Well, you just treat it like skin.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, so we just draw off of it, right? Mm-hmm. She just drew the design off of it. It's still not an optimal design, but, like, you'd never know that was there.
I mean, it's the best design that you could come with for what it was, right?
And if she's not willing to shave her hair there and, you know, all kinds of different, like, make it a whole full neck thing.
Well, and she already had something quite large there anyways, so...
It was long.
Yeah.
Like, it was just really long, which makes it difficult because you can't work up very well because whatever you do up is going to be hidden by the ear.
Yeah. I mean, to me, though, at least this is pretty. Like,
it's very pretty.
Yeah. At the end, she went home with something beautiful, and she came in with something really quite ugly.
And masculine.
And masculine, and this is very feminine. And the truth of the matter is, I mean, this woman is not a very tattooed human being, but if she wanted to, she could continue a neck tattoo this way.
It's not going to.
No, of course
you know, like, this woman, I will say, like, though she was happy with this, I don't think that this woman even appreciates what happened here.
Oh, no, of course
not.
Like,
she has no idea what miracle was performed. And it was actually frustrating for me dealing with her because she was, I'm on a budget. And, like, all these, like, kind of, like, she didn't tip, which is insane. Because basically we perform a miracle on this woman. You know, she didn't really seem to understand how she wouldn't have got this done typically. So for me, it's like, I don't expect the public, the real, like, low-hanging fruit of the public to understand this, but this is not something that, like, though it is easier than what people think, it's not typical yet, and she should have been a little happier to have this done, I feel like. That being said, I'm not going to talk too much more about that. We had her come back in because the deal was we want to see how this thing heals. We want to do a second pass of white.
Yeah.
So this is how it healed.
Oh, awesome.
This looks like a black and gray tattoo.
Yeah.
Which is exactly,
you can't even, that white is just like, it's not white anymore, it's skin.
Which is exactly what I always say will happen. Like, It's basically just black and gray, but a little better.
That's amazing.
If you ask me.
Yeah.
So this was the first pass. This is not white on black, though, that did this. What you see here is a combination of black and white on black. So me and Terry and Rick were talking to Alicia about this. It's just use Panthera black and whatever white, because people always ask what kind of white we're using. It doesn't make a fucking difference.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks that we're using some magical white or something.
No, the magic is putting it beside black.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't even know that she needed to use Panthera black either. I think that was an old enough black that she could have used whatever black, but we stick to what we've been doing here and getting good results with, and it's a little bit like that snake and floral one we showed off. Again, parroting black and gray.
Yeah.
But I think even better.
It looks great. I really love this. It's crazy how good of a tattoo she went away with.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's crazy. And you would never know that it was a cover-up.
Never.
So the comparison is quite stunning.
Yes. Very stunning.
So this is to take nothing away from the job that was done here, but this isn't as impressive to me as it is to most people. And I found that out because I actually posted it on the shop page, and then I posted it on my own Instagram. And like the reaction to this versus the snake sleeve that Terry did, people liked this more, and they thought it was more impressive. It's not more impressive. It's objectively less impressive. But the reason why it's more impressive to a lot of people is because most people are never going to be in a position where they have a huge problem.
Yes, but a small problem.
But
is
a small
very common.
problem. And this is what I've been saying. This is why I wanted to feature this tattoo in particular, was because this is not just for big problems. This isn't just for like black sleeves and stuff like that. This whole process can be used in all sizes of tattoos, and most people aren't doing a full bodysuit cover-up like I am.
No, exactly.
Most people aren't doing multi-layer white and black on black. That's going to take them a long time. This can be done on a small scale way, way faster than laser.
It makes me think of, like, I was sitting in the shop with you guys yesterday, and you were talking about the one guy who was a shield. And a bunch of crappy lines, and everybody's resolution was the same. We got to convince him that he needs to black it out so we can start over, so he can have a good tattoo.
Oh, we don't even talk about laser anymore.
No, of course not.
Lasers, I don't know how this is even still a thing. Like, we've got a 1 year in the shop tattooer doing this. Why are we talking about laser? You know how long it would take to laser that stupid shield we were talking about off?
Oh, at this point, laser is just a money grab.
Oh my goodness, he would be in lasering that for over a year at least before anyone would be willing to touch it through conventional cover-up means.
Laser should just be for someone who doesn't want a tattoo anymore.
Even then, they're going to be at it forever if they want to do that. And I think that they're still going to have visible scars because that guy's shield is scarred too. So they get rid of all that ink, and now he just has the outline of the shield. Mm-hmm. Because you're still going to see all the botched line work and all the scarring from the bad shading. It's not going to take it away.
Yeah.
So this thing is probably scarred too, but you can't see that anymore because you're distracted from it.
But yeah, from the lovely floral. And was this woman happy with it at the end?
She was, but the first thing she did when she came in to get her fucking second pass of white was, well, I only have my deposit to work with today. And I felt like telling her, don't worry, you miserable bitch. It's free. The charge, it will be a free touch-up. But, like, I don't know how you're not, like, tipping over something like that or, like, thrilled to get that.
Some people are just like that, right? Like, she obviously... is this, like, her only tattoo?
The piece is better than the person is, and that's almost always the case. I don't know if it's her only tattoo. I don't think it is. I don't really care either. I don't think she deserved this cover-up for the way that she acted. But that being said, we're going to keep doing these. And this one's going to stay much brighter, too. The reason why I told the woman, if you do this, we need second pass, that was what I said to her. No, none of the artists. I told her, this is the deal. You have to come back for second pass. First off, I wanted the healed picture. Second off, I know what happens with white on black on black projects is the second pass of white stays much closer to the fresh than it does to the first pass.
Yeah, and that has definitely been your experience.
That,
this looks great.
Yeah.
Like, this is absolutely stunning. I love the white and the flower there, and how it looks like shading instead of the white. It looks more like skin, and the rest just looks like it was shaded.
That's because in the second pass of white, you get to put white highlights in. Like, she doesn't have to do white everywhere like we did in the
first pass.
Yeah, well, and like we've done on all my roses, there's now multiple layers of varying degrees of light shading, right? Because the black doesn't change. The black just stays how you put it.
Yeah, but
so
the
white on its own is the flimsiest thing you can do over black, and I always say that. No one listens, but white on its own is the weakest part here. That needs the most support. The things that don't need support at all are always the black elements.
Yeah, and this turned out so pretty. Like, I mean, if I hadn't seen the wonky design underneath and I just saw this like image as a flash piece, I would, I'd consider getting it. I mean, it's off balance just a little bit, but that's all you can really do with it, and it's really pretty. If
we had someone who was doing this work all the time, they would have been a little more confident, and they probably would have had more like examples to show. For example, like she would have been able to show this woman a collection of projects like this that she had done, and then they could have blacked over that design and done whatever design she wanted.
And I think you guys are definitely, you particularly, are forming a shop that is going to be able to cover almost every cover-up that comes in, right?
We're going to be doing this all the time, and we've got a bunch more projects like this coming up, and because we have examples like this and like the work on me to show, the trust in the technique will grow. So this is only going to get more as time goes on. This is
awesome.
This is just one of many examples, and I feel like every artist that works here is going to have this. And it was hilarious is that people were following Alicia's tattoos, and they're like, "Whoa, she's like a wizard or a sorcerer." So the comments are absolutely hilarious to me.
No,
it's good for her.
Alicia, she's a good artist.
She's a great artist. It's not that
any good artist could do this.
Anyone who's hitting like a 6 out of 10 can do this anywhere.
If they listen to instructions.
Please, instead of traveling fucking thousands of miles to get these things done, show your artists these videos, because it's not magic. She didn't use a special machine. There was no special inks used. There's no real special technique. People are like, what are they doing in the skin? Like, are they going? And she literally just tattooed like any other day.
Just pretend like the black there is skin, and use the white and black together.
Yeah, that's it.
Seems pretty good.